ho, ow, have mercy. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. What's going on? It's Will. You know I'm from Big Will Knows Wrestling. Coming to you with episode 10. We got a packed show for you. First of all, I got an Elite shirt. If you want to know who I'm rolling with, it's obvious. I'm rolling with the villain, Marty Scurll. Long live the villain forever. So, I'm going to get things started. First of all, if you've checked out my Instagram page, thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. On Instagram, follow at Big Will Knows Wrestling. On Twitter, Big Will Wrestles 2. And stay locked in, locked and loaded. There's been a lot of stuff going on, not just in the media, but not just in wrestling, not just in the media. You know, Cardi B had a situation come out. I ain't gonna speak on that. Conor McGregor, he retired from MMA all of a sudden. But one of the things that were most intriguing was Gronkowski retiring, and a lot of speculation is that they think he's coming to the WWE. I heard that for a while he's going to retire and go to the WWE, but you just got to plan and see. Another big star, no wrestling experience, kind of like a Ronda Rousey, but you know, just play it by ear. Ups for the week for Raw. Raw was lit, but it wasn't lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't on fire, but it was good, you know. Seth Rollins and Paul. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it was just sad what happened to Paul Heyman. It was kind of like, dang, bro, like, when Brock in here, bro, you a little punk, man. What you gonna do? But by any means, you know what I'm saying, we'll figure it out. Roman, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is getting over on Roman. I don't think that Drew McIntyre is going to go over on Roman at WrestleMania. I think they're just setting it up to get Drew McIntyre strong. If he loses, he's still going to be good, but we just got to figure it out. The man, Becky Lynch, won the best, but the Beat the Clock challenge, which I didn't even see the purpose of that. Like, I didn't really feel what was that about, you know, but they were announced that they were the main event. Thank you, Jesus, because I was wondering if they were going to actually do it, but they're the main event. They should be, and they should be the main event. So I don't see why they wouldn't be, but just gotta figure it out. Dean Ambrose lost to Drew McIntyre one more time, which leads to speculation of what's gonna happen to Dean Ambrose. Now, I've been still hearing that Dean Ambrose is gone. They're writing off TV, but we hear that every week. And then we also heard rumors that's been speculating that he's going to probably be the guest referee of the Drew Roman Reigns match, which would be kind of decent, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you're kind of still putting them on air. But at least it's speculation to say maybe he's still not leaving the company, but I think he is. So if he's going to leave, we're just going to let him leave, let him go on his way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll come back ready and strong and be able to, you know what I'm saying, get back to being Dean Ambrose. He may just need some time away from the company. That's probably what it is. You know, all this AEW speculation. He ain't going to no AEW. He probably might go back to Ring of Honor, but he, you know what I'm saying? But if he does, like, I think he just needs time away from WWE. I think he just needs time away from wrestling, because in honestly, surely he probably doesn't need wrestling, probably doesn't want to wrestle. Kind of like one of those CM Punk situations where you just need to take some time away. So you just don't know. You just gotta sit back, figure it out, relax, and just, you know, take it by ear and figure out what's going on. As far as SmackDown Live goes, SmackDown Live was pretty good. Kofimania is running wild. He's going to WrestleMania. He's going to get his title shot. Now, the only thing that can put the icing on the cake for me is for the New Day to go against the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions so they can hold all the titles. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how that goes, see how that works out. But I told you guys it was not a work. I told you that it was a work and that Kofi was going to get his shot. They was going to give him one more chance to prove it. Now he's going to WrestleMania. I hope everybody's happy. I hope everybody can throw these race cars out the window, because we know it. Like I said, see, you're about to make me mad because I'm not trying to go back to the subject. I'm just trying to relax. I'm just trying to get ready for WrestleMania. I'm not trying to go there. So you know what? I'm just gonna stop it right here, because you know what I'm really mad about? And when I say I'm mad about, I'm mad. So Asuka went against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title, right? And Charlotte won. Like, what are you doing? So Why? That's my like live reaction. So Charlotte won a championship, but she's still in the main event of WrestleMania. Why she's there? Like you just further the point of Charlotte Flair not being in the match. But to be honest with you, what really happened is this came from the biggest snitch in the world. He's not my friend, but he's the guy, Dave Meltzer, Uncle Dave, Brother Dave. He pretty much came out and pretty much said that they did not want to have a 17 match on the card, and instead of putting Asuka against somebody that they know she can beat, let's just take her off the card completely. Put her in the Women's Battle Royal or something, so they won't have that. I'm like, that's stupid, because it's kind of like, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel robbed, and I feel robbed because they're really botching Asuka. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think when Asuka's contract is up, she's gone because you let Charlotte take her streak, let the Golden Girl take her streak, when you really could have built around this stuff around Asuka. You let Charlotte take her streak, then Charlotte beats her again for the SmackDown Women's title. She's out of here. She's gone. The Mystique is gone. So I don't know what's gonna happen from here. Hopefully, also came out today, announced by Triple H, they will have another Worlds Collide tournament which will feature Raw and SmackDown this time, along with NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live. So maybe Asuka gets that and then wins a title shot. Maybe at Becky Lynch, maybe at Charlotte. We just gotta figure out and see, because I really feel like Asuka is getting botched, and this is your chance to make it up. So WWE, the game, Triple H, if you can hear me, I know you're probably thinking about your match with Batista, where you're probably going to lose your career, which you're not, because you're the game, you're the best, you're one of the top wrestlers to ever do it. But you need to put Asuka in Worlds Collide, or you need to put Asuka in the Women's Battle Royal. Something that she can win so she can get another title opportunity, because she needs her title back. But moving on, SmackDown was an A+. So I'm happy with what I saw. I was happy for what I saw from them. Now we're going to move on to what's keeping NXT alive, in my eyes. That's what I think, because NXT is the best brand in sports entertainment right now. Please don't argue with me. Well, you know what? Today, I'm in an argumentative mood. By the time you see this, I'll probably be in an argumentative mood. Go ahead. Once again, Big Will Knows Wrestling on Instagram, Big Will Knows Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe. Big Will Wrestlers 2 on Twitter. Debate me. Prove me wrong. Vince is you know what? Vince McMahon has done something and done something right. But I'm still not going to give him a pass. I can't give him a pass, because he's been helping produce these whole Raws and SmackDown, and the only reason why they're good is because it's WrestleMania time. So I'm not finna give him a pass, but he finally got it right. Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte is the main event, and Kofi Kingston gets a title shot. He finally got it right. Now the question is, who's the semi-main event? That's up for debate. We all know. I know what it should be. I know what it's gonna be too. But let me not spoil your fun. Let me just go ahead and put it out there in the atmosphere. We'll figure it out. But back to NXT. Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano, Johnny freaking wrestling, for the NXT Heavyweight Championship, or the NXT Championship, however you want to call it, in a 2 out of 3 falls. Now, this right here is going to praise the greatness of Triple H. This man needs to be running WWE. I don't know how, when it's going to happen, but he needs to be calling the shots. Matter of fact, Batista, I want you to win. I want you to win because I really want Triple H to be calling the shots backstage now. Go into Vince's role and let Vince transition to XFL. Because that promo he did with Adam Cole and Johnny wrestling, it was insane. It don't get no better than that. First of all, the chants: Johnny wrestling Adam Cole, Johnny wrestling Adam Cole. Bro, this is like I said. I immediately went on Twitter and I said, "Get ready, because this is about to be the champ all night long, all night long." And then Adam Cole cut his promo. Pretty much had Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling cut him out, right? And just when you thought, basically giving him his heart-to-heart speech of why he should be the NXT champion, right? And just when you thought that Adam Cole was just gonna tuck his tail and walk behind there, he turns around and said, "Yo, Johnny." And this was the kicker right here. I'm trying to quote word for word, but he said, "Yo, Johnny." He said the match may be 2 out of 3 falls, but I can't think of the word. But he said, but the odds are undisputed. Basically what it says is, Adam Cole, it don't matter what you do. No, not Adam Cole, Johnny Wrestling. It don't matter what you do. The champ is arriving. I'm walking out with an NXT championship, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, would have kicked it off of me and say, "Why don't you go to?" He said, "I'm going to win a championship, and you can go on to 205 Live." That right there would have put icing on the cake for me. Adam Cole is the greatest. Adam Cole is the best. Adam Cole needs to be on the main roster right now. But no, he needs to stay where he's at. But he should be on the main roster right now. He should be challenging Seth Rollins for the championship. But see, I knew Adam Cole's promo cutting was really well. Case in point. It may not have been nothing big. Some of you may have watched it, but Austin Creed or Xavier Woods had a time where it was the NXT superstars versus the WWE superstars in like a little virtual video game or whatever. Seth Rollins cuts a promo. He said, "Yo, it's great to be back in Full Sail Live." I guess one of the things we noticed is, well, he moved up to bigger and better things, and he laughed, right? And the NXT crowd started booing, right? Here comes Adam Cole. This kid, he ain't even a kid. Veteran in the game, in NXT, who should be on the main roster, and says, "You know what? Seth Rollins, we're better than you. And you know we better than." I'm like, whoa. Did Adam Cole just tell Seth Rollins, "I'm better than you, we're better than you"? This dude's the truth, but I digress. Let me hop off Adam Cole for a minute. But just to let y'all know, he's about to win this championship. Johnny Wrestling, you my guy. I got your shirt. I got Adam Cole's shirt. But it ain't nothing you can do about it. The championship is already won in Adam Cole's eyes, which is going to spark the revolution of all gold on the Undisputed Era. I digress. We know about the women's match. We already know the EST and NST's walking out with a title, and Shayna Baszler, ain't nothing you gonna do. Ain't nothing you and the two horsewomen gonna do about it. I'm gonna skip you. Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, I like you, but ain't nothing you gonna do about it. It's Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair. Take over Chicago, whatever table lads, wherever it's gonna be at. Y'all two going for the title. Kairi Sane to the main roster. Oscar got the WWE. No, I'm just kidding. I was just gonna see how far I can take it before y'all listen to me. But on serious tip, Matt Riddle, my bro, the original bro, versus the Velveteen Dream. Patrick Clark, Dream over. The Velveteen Dream. That's gonna be match of the night. That should be the main event. I don't know what the chance is going to be like for that, but watch. Matt Riddle, like he could put up. Matt Riddle, I'll say this. I like Matt Riddle. I like the bro. But you know my guy's the Velveteen Dream, and he's going to always be my guy, whether he's a heel, whether he's a face, whether he's out of nowhere, wherever he is, the Velveteen Dream's my guy, and I'm going to roll with him for as long as I'm allowed to roll with him. But Matt Riddle's coming, man. He's coming. I mean, I know who's going to win. It's clearly going to be the Velveteen Dream. But Matt Riddle's coming. And if he does win, The only thing I better see at the next takeover is the Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. That's what I better see if Matt Riddle wins the championship. But I digress. The match that I think everybody is waiting to see, and this draws me over to the NXT UK brand. Well, first of all, let me just say this. I thought American wrestling was on top of the world. Man, look. I gotta call like I said. This European wrestling is off the charts. It's like nothing I ever seen before in my life. You feel what I'm saying? And you're talking about somebody who's a fan of Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. This British wrestling, to actually watch it up close and personally, this is something I've never seen before in my life. Case in point, I want to make sure I got the man's name right because he's pretty good. He was on 205 Live. Now he's back in NXT. Not Noam Dar. I know who he is. The Scottish Supernova. The dude he went against, Mark Andrews. Man, first of all, this how you know it's something serious. These two went at it all night long. Both of them matches had to end because Mark Andrews' knee was already injured and Noam Dar botched the move very badly because he couldn't clinch because he was tired and his knee gave out. Noam Dar's knee gave out after he hit him, and they both had to be carried off on stretchers with thumbs up. British wrestling is something that is unstoppable. You know, which brings me to my next point of the match of the night. Walter versus Pete Dunne. Now, I was on the Jabba Tips podcast live feed because I mess with them. They're my crew. Thanks for the shout out, Mr. Black. And Walter, I don't know if anybody picked Pete Dunne, but I think in the comments while I was commenting, we all heard Walter. And I think people know. I think most people pick Walter because they feel like Pete Dunne's about to go to the main roster. But it's really up in the air. But I really think Pete Dunne's time is up. I think it's time for Walter to take that title from him. And Walter dominate the UK wrestling scene. That's where I'm at with it. But if Pete Dunne wins, man, it's undeniable. If Pete Dunne wins, what should happen is Pete Dunne should retire the title and go to the main roster because Pete Dunne has been the model champion. The only person close to him in title reign is Black Wrestling, and he hasn't had more defenses as Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is the best British wrestler I've seen. Nope, let me not be disrespectful. Let me not disrespect my man Will Ospreay, because Will Ospreay is not in the WWE, so I cannot say that definitively. I mean, I'm pretty sure Pete Dunne has beat Ospreay, but Ospreay is something serious. If Ospreay goes to NXT UK, it's on a whole nother level. But thank God he's in New Japan Pro. You can't have everything. We can't have everything, and you can't buy up everything, Triple H. I'm sorry. We need to keep one flying around the world, and that's Ospreay. But back to this thing. Walter is going to beat Pete Dunne. I don't care how y'all say it. And the one thing that's pressed me is Walter's English. So now, first of all, I didn't know that Walter's... See, the way it come off, and this is just me. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm trying to get into all these indie promotions. I'm trying to watch all these indie shows. Shout out to Destination Pro Wrestling, Tango with Ango. I'm going to tag you his Twitter. I looked at one of his videos, and he told me, a suggestion he gave is to follow all these people that are close to these local indie shows so you can see these up-and-coming wrestlers so you can know about them when they're coming. But I watched Walter. I didn't know he had some good English. His English is incredible, man. He got some good English, and he pretty much told him that he's walking out with that title. I thought he was going to be a mute. Pete Dunne said what he had to say, and he stopped Pete Dunne in his tracks, and Walter was like, that title is coming back with me. That's pretty much what it is. But Pete Dunne, one thing I like about him, and he's a fighter, he said he could have fought anybody. He could have fought Jordan Devlin again, because Jordan Devlin's been on a run. He could have said, I want to fight Tyler Bate. This man walked out here and said, I want Walter, and left the ring. There ain't nothing you can do about that. But NXT is great. So the cards are set for TakeOver. It will be Shayna Baszler Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair for the Women's Championship. Matt Riddle and the Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. Johnny Wrestling and Adam Cole, 2 out of 3 for the NXT Championship. And Walter and Pete Dunne for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. I would love to see the women's card defended, the women's title defended, but they're probably gonna say that for another day. I would love to see the tag team titles. Oh, I'm sorry. How can I forget Aleister Black and Ricochet versus the War Raiders, which we already know is just to get Aleister Black and Ricochet on the NXT card. You could have easily had a battle royal or a ladder match, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever. This card's pretty good. It's real good. NXT is gonna be lit, man. You don't want to miss no non-stop actions, but I do want to see the UK women's title on. I do want to see the grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Mark Andrews. I already told you how I felt about Mark Andrews' promo, so I'm just gonna leave. No, sorry, not Mark Andrews. Zach Gibson. I already told you how I felt about his promo. So we're gonna see if the grizzled young veterans get on the card. Maybe they might have something at NXT UK or whatever. We'll figure it out. But the one thing that I know I want to mention, everybody's talking about it, but if you ain't glued to it, you better figure it out. This G1 Supercard, the Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Supercard, yo, this might take over. I ain't watching the Hall of Fame on Saturday. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can watch it Monday morning. This match right here is the match this card right here on Saturday night is what you want to see. WWE was smart putting TakeOver on Friday, because they know dang well ain't nobody gonna watch that Hall of Fame. If the G1, they ain't gonna watch. You don't want nobody flipping back between both. You want them to watch. This G1 Supercard is off the chain. You know, I'm going to break down some matches for you so you can understand what I'm talking about. You have the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Jay White, Bullet Club leader, for life, versus the leader of Chaos, Kazuchika Okada. You got the Ring of Honor World title, Jay Lethal, my guy, the villain, Marty Scurll, and Matt Taven. The IWGP Intercontinental title, Naito versus Ibushi. Ibushi's gonna win, but I mess with Naito. I like him. He's my man. That's my guy. The Revolution Pro British Heavyweight title, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I think he just wanted Tanahashi on the card because that's not a title he should be going for. The IWGP and Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Now, this match kind of made me mad because I really wanted to see the Briscoes versus the Guerrillas of Destiny. That was going to steal the show. But now, because of the Villain Enterprises crew, you now have Guerrillas of Destiny versus PCO and Brody King versus the Briscoes versus Evil and Sonata, who needs to be in that mix because Evil and Sonata need to get their titles back. Taiji Ishimori, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, Taiji Ishimori versus Dragon Lee and Bandito from Los Igorabos, not Day Japan, the real Los Igorabos. Shout out! I wish I can give a shout out to my server who taught me a little Spanish at my job, but you know, I just wrote my R, Los Igorabos. The NYC Street Fight, Bully Ray versus who to be determined. The Women of Honor title, Maya Iwatani versus Kelly Klein. Rush versus Dalton Castle. And a title versus title match. The Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay, the Never Openweight Championship versus Jeff Cobb. And then a 30-person Royal Honor Rumble. This card's already stacked. The match of the night for me is clearly the Rainmaker because he's about to rise again. I told everybody, this is how you know I know wrestling. Listen to me. When Jay White won the championship, I was one of the ones that was upset. I called in the Busted Open. I didn't get on the air, I don't think. But I called in the Busted Open, and I told the person who was taking the question, taking my comment. He said, how do you feel about Jay White winning the championship? I said, way too early. I like Jay White, but I don't think he was IWGP champion ready after beating Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. I didn't think he was ready. I mean, you gotta roll the dice. He proved me wrong. He's doing his title reigns run. I said the only way that I will buy this championship reign is if Kazuchika Okada is gonna challenge him at the Ring of Honor's New Japan Pro Supercard. That's the only way I'm buying that. But if that's not finna happen, I ain't buying that, bro. And lo and behold, what happened? Okada versus Jay White for the championship at the Supercard. That's why I'm like, you know what? The Rainmaker about to rise again. I like Jay White. I like you. You my guy. I got your shirt, man. I roll with you. But, bruh, when you fought Okada, you fought him in the G1. You fought him at Wrestle Kingdom when nothing didn't matter. He was trying to find himself. I don't know, bro. That IWGP Heavyweight Championship and Okada is something against Okada is something totally different. That's a whole other thing. Now Kenny Omega beat him, but it took him a while. You beat him when it didn't matter. But I challenge you, Jay White. Let's see what you really got. Let's see if you can take out the Rainmaker. Let's see if you can beat him and send him to WWE where I want to see him. But, you know, let's see what you got. But the one thing that I don't like about this card, and it's making me mad because there's no way. They have the most underrated wrestler not with a match at the Ring of Honor Supercard. Who am I talking about? First of all, if you follow me on Twitter at Big Will Wrestlers 2, then you know who I'm talking about. The one, the only, Juice Robinson. The most underrated wrestler right now. I call him underrated because he has your United States IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and that reign is a strong reign. He beat Jay White to get the title, lost it to Cody, and beat Cody to get it back. Called Cody nutless and gutless. Juice Robinson is the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, if Juice Robinson's not on this card, then something's wrong. Me personally, I feel like Juice Robinson versus whoever, Jeff Cobb, should be the match. Nothing against you, Will Ospreay. I like you, Will Ospreay, but Juice Robinson is the truth. So that's who you should roll with. But hopefully he gets a match. Hopefully he gets to defend that title. But we just got to play it by ear, and we got to see. But my guy is Juice Robinson. Or say in New Japan, Juice Robinson! We gonna see. We gonna figure it out. The WrestleMania card is almost set. We got one more week. We gonna check out. We gonna really see how these go home shows look. Next week is when I probably talk about the WrestleMania cards. But we gonna check out these shows. We gonna see how these shows goes. We gonna get everything going smooth and going in the right direction. Quick side note. To everybody that liked my Instagram video when I promoted it, thank you. For those who follow me, welcome. And for everybody that's liking my stuff, subscribe. SoundCloud, YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, Big Will Wrestlers 2. On Instagram, Big Will Knows Wrestling. Do I need to make a Facebook page so I can get y'all attention? You know what? I might make a Facebook page. But big things are coming. One thing I will say is I would love to host this show with somebody else. I'd love to have some people chime in. I'd love to have you on a live chat to talk wrestling. I'd love to do some interviews with some great minds in wrestling, to pick your brains, see what you're thinking. I would love to do that. I would love to get you on this show. But I have to reach out to these people. People, if you see my videos on IGTV, Big Will Knows Wrestling, on Instagram, by the way, repost them. Shout me out. Show me some love. Give me a little something, please. Because anything, all publicity is great publicity. Shout out to NWA for that one. So show me some love. I thank you. I appreciate you. And all I'm going to say is, and I quote, goodbye. Mwah. Nah, I'm just playing. I can't say that. All right, y'all. Holla at y'all. Peace.